Hey friends, hey guys, and welcome back to another pregnancy update. I am officially 32 weeks pregnant and we got some things to discuss. Let me flip my phone so I'm not distracted. Whew. So this is the first time I'm filming a video in the new year, so I want to say Happy New Year. Welcome to 2021. I hope it's being good to you. I haven't filmed a video in like 7 or 8 days and I'm glad that I didn't because now I miss it. So I'm excited to come back to you guys with a pregnancy update and just let you know what's going on because things have changed since my last pregnancy update. I believe it was like 29 weeks then. Let's see, when's the last time I did an update? Yeah, 29 weeks, 33. I'm 32 weeks. I'll be 33 weeks in a couple of days. And I think the last time I talked to you guys, I was heading into my glucose test. I had a lot of people ask me like why we did it so late. Coronavirus has kind of changed things up a little bit around here. I haven't gained, if you're new here, I haven't gained a bunch of weight. I know in my last video that was kind of triggering for a lot of people. Which I totally understand because I talked about it a little bit more than I normally do, and I don't ever want to make people feel bad and like have them focus on their weight. That was just something that was important to me with this pregnancy, is that I tried to maintain my eating and my health to some degree. Being plus size and going into this pregnancy, I just knew I was more high risk, so I definitely have been focusing on that, and I'm sorry if it upset you. But the reason we didn't do my glucose test so early is because coronavirus was weird. I haven't gained a bunch of weight. I had no signs, no symptoms. I didn't have it with my last pregnancy. Other than me being obese, I wasn't a high risk. So we did it. I got the paperwork at 28 weeks and I ended up getting it at like 30 weeks. That's just how it ended up. I don't know how that ended up like that, but I did. Long story short, I did not pass my 1-hour glucose test. It was not a fasting test, blood work. Although I did fast, it wasn't for very long. I think I fasted like 9 hours before I went and got the blood work done, and I did not pass the glucose test by 4 points. I think they want you to have a 140 and I had a 144. So that's annoying, but the same exact thing happened with Ella, and I had a feeling I should have just taken the 3-hour test to begin with, but that really wasn't an option right out the gate. So I go to the doctor Tuesday and I'll find out what he wants to do from there. But I have to say it's safe to assume I'm going to end up getting a 3-hour glucose test in the very, very near future, even though I am going to be 33 weeks pregnant. So as far as like all of my ultrasounds and blood work have come back totally normal. He's growing normally. Everything has looked good that way. So I don't have any major markers for gestational diabetes. But if that is something that I end up having after a 3-hour glucose test or whatever he decides to do, it is something that I will tackle for the rest of this pregnancy or handle. I'll be super bummed about it, but this is exactly what happened with Ella, and I passed the 3-hour one with flying colors with her. So fingers crossed that that's the same outcome. I also knew that this could be a real thing because, you know, weight or not, gestational diabetes doesn't really care how fat you are, funny enough. It happens to a lot of people of all sizes. So fingers crossed I don't have gestational diabetes, but it can be managed, and if I do have it, at least my sugar's not sky high, and it wouldn't be so bad, I hope. So that's kind of a bummer. I also found out my iron is really low. The reason I know all these things is I called the nurse's line. I was like, I just want to know about my test. So she told me I have really, really low iron, which we kind of assumed because I've just kind of been feeling crappy. Just had some like things like that kind of pointed to low iron. So I have started a supplement for that. I'm on 65 milligrams of an iron supplement. I have read all about it. I know all of the outcomes of that. Constipation. I had a lot of people tell me to take it with vitamin C. So yes, I started an iron supplement, and I'm hoping, I've only taken it the last couple of days. I have noticed my stomach is a little different with taking it. I think I'm a little more nauseous, dare I say. I don't know, we'll see. But I'm happy that I found out so I can start taking it. Like I said, I do have a doctor's appointment on Tuesday, just to go over all of that with him himself. So if you watch the vlog, which we're back to normal scheduled content as far as I'm concerned. I'm going to be putting out 3 videos a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and John puts out 2 a week over on his channel, No Skinny Jeans. So he's Tuesdays and Thursdays. So we're back in the groove. I needed a little break, and that's okay. And it's not because this isn't the best job ever, and I don't friggin' love you guys, and I don't like to do YouTube. I mean, this is like the best thing ever. I just needed a little time. I've been very tired, which I guess I can attribute to my low iron, and I've just not been feeling super motivated to do much, to be honest. So I'm feeling back in the groove of things. Other than that, everything seems to be okay. I have another ultrasound on Thursday. This is the rescheduled one from my 4D ultrasound where she just wants to get a clear picture, but I have to assume that we'll probably measure him and just see how he's growing. Since I did not pass the 1-hour glucose test, they're gonna probably do a measurement here soon just to see, make sure he's still growing the same rate of speed that he's been growing. Hopefully he is. As much as I'm exhausted and tired and not sleeping well and peeing all night, all those things, I am not ready for him to come out. I want him to stay in. I am very nervous that he's going to come sooner than his due date, and I have a really strong feeling he will. And if he does, he does. As long as he's healthy and safe, I could care less. I'm just not ready. So Ella starts school again Tuesday of this week. That means John and I are going to Home Depot that same day, and he's starting to paint the nursery. We have the car seat all set up already. We're gonna really start the nursery, so you guys are definitely gonna be a part of that process. It's so fun, figuring out, like, we have the paint color we want and just getting it set up for his arrival. So I am feeling a little pressured and rushed for time. We waited a long time. Isn't it funny, because I bought all of this nursery furniture like super early on in my pregnancy, and I kind of got a few comments about it, like, it's too early. And now here we are at almost 33 weeks and nothing's done. So look at me, procrastination, yay. So that's gonna hopefully, fingers crossed, get done this week or the beginning of next week be done. I'm also going to be doing my postpartum freezer meals, so be on the lookout for that video as well. My goal is to make like 7 or 8 dinners or breakfasts or like meals in general to have in our deep freezer that we love. And it was like our big adult purchase, and we felt so grown up getting a deep freezer. I'm making some food. I'm not a good cook, so it'll be interesting, but I'm going to be making some postpartum meals, just things that we can have on the times when it's gonna be super difficult during postpartum. I just can't believe I'm gonna have to get him out of me somehow, some way. Isn't that funny? You get pregnant, you know you're gonna give birth, but like as birth approaches, you're like, wow, there's only one way out of this, and that's delivering you somehow. I'm still, fingers crossed, in the running for VBAC, which is a vaginal birth after cesarean. So fingers crossed that all still goes to plan and I am able to birth him naturally. And by naturally, I mean just out of my body in the natural way and not a C-section. Not naturally as in like no epidural, you know. We'll see. I have a really strong feeling I'm gonna be okay with an epidural. I'm just saying. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Is like, I got that test back from my glucose test and I was so bummed, but I had a feeling. I am overweight. I mean, I'm not even overweight. I am obese. And I just had a feeling. That I wasn't gonna pass it. I'm glad to know it wasn't a major fail, and hopeful to believe that possibly I don't have gestational diabetes. I've heard a lot of stories. I posted on Instagram. I've had a lot of people reach out. No matter what, I'll be fine. It's just kind of a bummer. You're like, dang it. I'm not sleeping at night at all. Pregnancy insomnia is real. My ribs hurt, my back hurts, and I have restless leg syndrome. But other than that, thriving. This is me not complaining. I'm not complaining, because I honestly have had, other than being deathly sick in the beginning, I was so sick. Oh, that was rough. I was so sick when I first got pregnant. But other than that, I've had a really easy, very non-dramatic, super chill pregnancy. So I knew that day would come where I was just not going to be comfortable anymore. And that day is now. It's actually, a day's been a couple weeks. So I hit like 30 weeks and I was like, oh, starting to not sleep very good. And things are kind of not feeling great. Oh, ooh, that's my ribs. That's fun. So yeah, to be expected, but I'm still super, super grateful to be pregnant. And I'm still super grateful to have only gained 14 pounds this whole time. Like, I can't believe that I managed to somehow get away with that. I don't know. I mean, I know how, but I'm also like, good on you. How'd you do that? Like, really, how did you do that? It's so wildly different from my first pregnancy. So I'm hoping and praying I can carry that through postpartum just so I can feel better. And if you guys don't know, my husband John has lost 100 pounds since the day I found out I was pregnant, basically. And I'm so proud of him. And it's so motivating to go into the next season of our life with somebody who is just so motivated and on track and just doing well. And I just hope that I can carry the healthier habits that I have made during being pregnant into the future. So yeah, I feel good. I feel pretty good. I don't feel great, but I feel okay. I hope you guys are feeling good too. I know there's so many of you who are pregnant with me. A lot of us are due around the same time. Can you believe we are in January? My due date, for those of you who ask, is February 25th. I have a strong feeling it's gonna be before then, but I could be very wrong because I have really no say-so in this. He does, and the guy up there. So either way, I'm chilling. I'm chilling. I'm emotional. I cry at the drop of a hat. I got really sucked down a really long road of doggy TikTok last night, and I get sad about everything. So that's that. If you're crying with me in the year 2021, welcome here. We cry a lot here. Yes, we do. But overall, everything's pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. I don't know when baby watch is supposed to start, but I guess just start your clocks now. It could happen, I guess, whenever. So we've got lots to do, and I'm taking you along to do it. Packing bags, making meals, getting the room ready, all of those things. A lot of you guys are like, hey, how's Ella doing? She's thriving. She is living her very best life. We love that so much for her. So the days that she wants to be on camera are the days that you're gonna see her, and the days she doesn't are the days you're not gonna see her. Ella, she is, she's chilling. She's had a fantastic holiday break. I think it definitely was needed after, this is her first year of school. So it's been an adjustment, but she's done so well, and she's just blowing our minds. We went on a walk this morning and she did really well with that. You guys can go check that out on John's channel tomorrow. Make sure you're subscribed over there, No Skinny Jeans, so you can keep up with all the things that we're doing on his end. And I don't know, it's just, life is pretty good right now. Like, we're in a new year. I'm super hopeful. We have a lot to look forward to, which is really nice, and we have a lot to prepare for. So preparations start now. I had to make my first hard corona decision, and by hard corona decision, I don't have COVID, obviously. My best friend, like my best friend that I've been friends with for almost 20 years, is going to be in town, and I have not met her daughter yet, and I could cry just talking about it. I am not going to be able to see them, and it makes me so freaking sad. So that's been a bummer. I decided it just isn't worth the risk. I don't want to get them sick. God forbid I come into contact with something and I can't afford to get sick. And I haven't really had to, like, we haven't seen a lot of people, but for us that's not super hard. But not seeing her is hard, and I haven't never had to make a decision that difficult. I'm like, well, if I wear a mask and we do it outside, and you know, I was like coming up with all the things. I'm like, I just can't do it. I can't risk it. I'm so close to the end. I just don't want to put any of this in jeopardy, and I just want to make sure that I'm not sick when I deliver and that he doesn't get sick. So that was a big bummer. That was a huge stinker, and that's been a part of my last few days. I've been really sad about that, but I know there's people who've had to make way harder sacrifices when it comes to coronavirus, but it's just kind of sucked, to be honest. So I hope if you guys had to make those hard decisions throughout the holiday season, you couldn't see somebody, or, you know, those kind of things, I'm really sorry. I hope that things get better for you. And I'm super hopeful for 2021 that we will all get back to kind of maybe normal in a few short months. Fingers crossed, right? Thank you guys for riding this out with me, and thank you for being my friend, and thank you. I was going through all my old videos the other day. Thank you for riding out my diet phase, my keto phase, all the different kinds of weird videos. I had recipes on here. I mean, I've done some random stuff. I love YouTube for that. I just put out whatever I want. It's so weird. I was like looking through my old videos to share on Facebook. I'm like, you've really done a lot of weird stuff. Like, you've done everything. So I have to say, thank you so much, because you guys really have stuck it out with me through all of the weird, and not even just weird, all the different things I have done on this channel. A lot of you guys have been here for them all, and I seriously appreciate it, and my family appreciates it, and I'm super excited to share the rest of this journey with you guys. We are getting to the end. It's getting real, and let's get ready. Let's prepare. I hope you guys are feeling good. I hope everything is going well for you, and we will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye, friends. Also, I got curtain bangs. You want to see the bump? Let's show the bump. Here we go. Whew. 32 weeks. Large and in charge. Ugh. Bye, friends.